guys, me again. I know it's been a long time since the last time I did a vlog, about a month, maybe two. I had a couple things that I wanted to do, but unfortunately, life happened. That's the way it works. Like you might remember in my last vlog I mentioned that it was sort of odd that I was hearing certain noises since my dad was the only other one in the house, other than the cat. That would be because my mom actually ended up in hospital this summer. Last summer was my dad. Thankfully, it doesn't seem that it was anything as serious as with my dad, with my mom. But I'd wanted to get a couple things done, like the Flavia de Luce reviews, which I will hopefully get done at some point in time while I'm here. And I'll get those posted, hopefully, in the next little while. It's already into September now, and as you may have realized, I am no longer in the turquoise room where I was originally filming my vlog. I'm not even in the same town as the turquoise room anymore. I'm back at university. This is my dorm room. I will show you more of it later. Only downside really is everything is oatmeal and boring. But yeah, I had to move everything into this room by myself, and I had to pack everything at home by myself. It's really a lot easier to move if someone helps you. Unfortunately, I was recruited to help people move. Not so much in the case of getting that help in return. So unfortunately things had to end up getting put on the back burner in terms of personal interests. And then just getting settled in here, getting everything organized. I'm still not fully unpacked. And it's September 12th now, which is kind of ridiculous. But between classes and organizing other things, I've just been kind of really busy. So I'm hoping that I'll get a couple things done, hopefully this weekend. Thankfully I do have an afternoon off, so I'll have time to get something sorted out. So in my future plans, I'm going to try and get that stuff done with the books, get my book reviews up and started. I am planning, like I said, to start with the Flavia de Luce books, more specifically with The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie, the first book in the series, which is kind of my favorite out of them so far. Not sure really why, I can't really explain. The other ones are really good as well, it just... I like this one. As well, I was also planning on maybe doing some Zelda videos if I have the time to do that, since Hyrule Warriors is coming out on September 26th, I believe it is, for Canada. And I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's a spin-off rather than a new Zelda game. They have to wait until next year for the next Zelda game, which I'm really curious about how they'll handle that. Apparently that's going to be more of an open-world sandbox type thing. So that could be really fun, especially for the exploration. Like, with games like Skyrim and stuff, I love exploring, so looking forward to that. Don't have a Wii U yet. It's gonna be somewhere in the budget eventually when I'm not so broke, hopefully. It's kinda sad how broke it is. Like, $160 minimum so far with my textbooks. I have 4 of them. I need to buy another 4 at least for this semester alone, and that's going to be another $160. At least, the sad thing is, that's not even that expensive compared to some years. One year I spent $1,500 on textbooks. Not on any other material for the courses. I had an art course that year, like a drawing studio course. Wasn't on anything for sketchbooks, wasn't for any of my paint or anything that I used in that project, for the end of year project at that. No, that was just for textbooks. Plain, simple textbooks, some of which were only just spiral-bound photocopied things. And they're like, oh, this is 100 pages. But we're going to charge you a ridiculous amount, like $40 for 100 pages, or if it's one where you have a couple articles in it, and it ends up being maybe 200-300 pages, we'll charge you $80 for photocopies. The worst part about those is they fell apart real easy. Word of advice, if you get anything, I think they call them repo text or something, and it's just a really loose spiral on it that can be pulled apart easily, take it apart. Take it apart and hole punch it, and put it in a binder. That way it will not fall apart on you. So many people had it fall apart, and they lost pages upon pages of articles. Yeah, sorry, bit of a tangent there, but pro tip for going to post-secondary. take good care of your books. If it looks like it's going to fall apart, disassemble it first. So yeah, getting back on track, I'm going to try and get the Zelda stuff done, and get some stuff done with the sweetness at the bottom of the pie. And going into October, I might do something for that, because I love Halloween, my favorite holiday. Like, Christmas, don't care. Halloween? Yes. All the things for Halloween. Like, any excuse to dress up, I love. Like, look at me now. Yesterday, where I went to a promotion for one of my clubs, because I'm part of the anime society and gaming society at my university, and I actually went in, like, full, with this wig, but down, and, like, elf ears and everything, ran around campus, went to class and all that. It's like, nope, come join our club. Speaking of Halloween, I actually went to the thrift store today, and I got some awesome hauls. Like, there's this one new thrift store that opened just at the end of the year last year, before I went back home, and they actually give a student discount. I cosplayed Robin Senna from Witch Hunter Robin at Anime North, and I actually had the red leather gloves and everything. And they, even for the chain for the necklace and whatnot for another cosplay that I was doing, I found it all there, super, super cheap. Which is awesome, because pretty much every other crafting store, art store, even the fabric store has kind of gone downhill ever since Michaels has been getting so much more of the customers from them and just kind of driving everyone else out of town. For all that I can sew, it's kind of gotten expensive. And so I just, like, killing some time and whatnot waiting for the bus. And I figured might as well go into the store. And I found this guy for about $5, and he's really awesome. As you can see, he is the Frog Prince. I like him because a lot of times when people try and do an animal, they'll tend to, like, oversimplify and cartoonify it. And they'll, like, give them, like, the really round face, especially with frogs, and, like, the really weird googly eyes. And he doesn't have that. If you look at him, he's kind of got, like, more of a proper frog profile. His face is kind of pointy. I don't know if the camera's picking it up all that well, but his outfit is, like, nice and fancy. He needs a bit of care, like, he's missing the one clasp. His pants are kind of frayed. But it's, like, simple stuff, like a few stitches, and he'll be fixed right up. And it's brilliant that I got him, because I picked up an awesome dress. So I decided to look around what they would have in the way of costumes and whatnot. It's like, I can sew and I have plenty of stuff myself, but figured it couldn't hurt to look. I was kind of disappointed, because I am a huge fan of Labyrinth. Like, this is my owl. His name is Jareth. Yes, after that, Jareth, the Goblin King. Like, it's still one of my favorite movies from childhood, and I was kind of thinking, you know, it would be awesome if I could do Sarah, even though my hair's, like, way too light for it, but still. And there was a dress that looked sort of like the dress she wears in the opening scene in the park, and then also one that looked a lot like the ball gown she has in her Fever Dream. I was like, I really, really want to get these, because they were super cheap too. They were only $10, I think, which was impressive, because the one was clearly a wedding dress as well, and a place like Value Village will charge like $40 for one that's outdated and in rough shape and whatnot. It was like just $10, but I tried it on, and unfortunately would not do up across my chest. Fit everywhere else, my chest just doomed it. So I was kind of a bit discouraged, and I was, like, going to hang back the dresses and whatnot. I was like, I'll go and see if there's anything else. So I found this dress on one of their racks, just tucked away in the back. And it's sewn by someone. It's not factory made or anything. Like, if you look at some of the seams in the sleeves and stuff, you can see that it has clearly been made by someone at home. And it's a bit tight across the chest too, unfortunately, like every other dress and even a bunch of shirts, but I'm used to that by now. But because there's still some seam allowance at some spots, I can let it out a bit and adjust it. Like, I am handy enough with a sewing machine and a seam ripper to do that. And it's just, like, really cute. Like, I really like it. I really like the colors of it. Like, I like the other dress, but in hindsight, it was kind of not the right color. It would make me look really washed out. So, yeah, this is, like, really pretty and medievally, and, like, really nice light fabric, too, so I won't roast to death under it if it's a warmer Halloween, or whenever I choose to wear it. And my plan was to go around with this guy. Like, he's a bit more dressed up than it, but I just thought it would be, like, really cool thing to do. So I have a few projects that I'm gonna finish up. Like, I'm gonna try and get those other videos done, and gonna get that hopefully home and finish it at home rather than have to bring my sewing machine here. But I'm probably going to be pretty busy. I'm also going to try and get my roleplay accounts working again and whatnot. I have been hanging around on the Bastion one. And when my mom was in hospital, that kind of got put on the back burner as well. So I know that I'm owing people replies, and people are waiting on answers to asks as well as roleplays. I will hopefully get that done. It's also that since I have a tablet, I want to try and draw some of them. I also have a rather nasty Anon that I got that I have a response that I would like to draw, because I think I've mentioned this before, but I am role-playing as the kid from Bastion, but I've switched it so that kid is female. Like just gender bent everyone in the group. And someone sent me a thing, since I am role-playing as a gender bent kid, being really, really rude and being like, oh, a girl couldn't do this, a girl couldn't do that. It's like, screw you. So yeah, I'm working on that and some other things with roleplays. Like I said, I was hoping to get Galadriel started. Unfortunately, I didn't get that set up again. So hopefully I'll get her started up and get some drawings done, and I'll get the ones done for the kid and also for Robin. And I will be posting the links to those as soon as they're up and going. I've already put on my personal blog further back, I'll probably put it up again, a link to my blog Ceylondian Survivor, which is the kid. So, yep, couple things in the works. I will keep you updated as they come. And that's it for now. Everyone have a good night. It's almost 3 o'clock now, looking at the clock, so I suppose it would be more so good morning than good night, because I am ridiculously nocturnal lately with how things have been just settling in and getting used to the noises in residence again, compared to how quiet it is where I live with my parents. So I should probably go to bed. So, yep, that's about everything. So I will post stuff as it comes, and there is definitely going to be more stuff coming. So, bye for now.